welcome to the news on Pacetv. My name is Stella Ene-Iyang. To mark the one-year anniversary of the containment of the deadly Ebola virus in Nigeria, the family and friends of late heroine Dr. Stella Adadevoh have set up an initiative in her name. The initiative is known as the Dr. Stella Mayo Adadevoh Health Trust. The initiative has been designed to help Nigeria prepare and plan ahead of any possible infectious disease outbreak in the country. Adadevoh was the lead doctor that initiated the diagnosis and restrained the index Ebola case from going into the larger public space and spreading the virus in Nigeria. It will be recalled that the World Health Organization declared Nigeria Ebola-free on October the 20th, 2014. The World Health Organization has urged Nigerians to use the advantage of existing polio structures to build sustained immunity and proper control against measles, which is the leading cause of vaccine-preventable deaths among children. The body also called on government to improve the budgetary allocation to the health sector in the state so as to improve welfare of doctors and health workers towards capacity development. Pacetv.ng's Ekundayo Yalowo has the rest of the story.
Nigeria needs to use the advantage of existing polio structures to build sustained immunity and proper control against measles, which according to World Health Organization reports is the leading cause of vaccine-preventable deaths among children. According to WHO, death rate from measles is about 30%, leading to about 158,000 deaths across the globe annually. This prompted the Nigerian Medical Association in Rivers State to call for concerted effort against measles, as high level of malnutrition and lack of adequate health care in the country makes mortality rates as high as 10%. The body, through the state chairman Dr. Ibifuro Green, identified the use of existing polio structures in the country to build sustained immunity in security compromised area for the control of measles.
If we were able to eradicate polio, following the concerted efforts of development partners, government, NGOs, and private individuals and companies, perhaps if we channel that same energy in the direction of measles, we may be able to achieve the same result.
The body also called on governments to improve the budgetary allocation to the health sector in the state so as to improve welfare of doctors and health workers towards capacity building.
Call on government, in keeping with the Abuja Declaration of April 2001, to improve on the overall budgetary allocation to health if significant gains are to be sustained and basic obligations met.
Representatives of the state deputy governor, Dr. Mrs. Ikpalibo Baningo, and WHO expressed confidence that collective effort from public and private partnerships, eradication of measles will be possible by 2020, just like the case with polio.
We are resolute in our commitment to the welfare of medical practitioners and to do whatever it takes within available resources to strengthen the capacity of health professionals to deliver quality healthcare services to our people. However, with your partnership and collective efforts, the dreams for a healthy society will be attained.
That strategy to develop and maintain outbreak preparedness and respond rapidly to any outbreaks and manage the cases well to reduce mortality. Communicate and engage to build public confidence and demand for immunization services, and perform research needed to support cost-effective operations and improve vaccination and diagnostic tools.
Measles is a highly infectious viral disease caused by morbillivirus, but it only affects humans and rapidly spreads among individuals who have not been. Ekundayo Oyalowo for Pacetv News.
The Department of State Services has brokered peace between the leadership of Afenifere and Miyetti Allah Katureras Association over the frosty relationship between the two groups in the southwest. A source disclosed to journalists in Oshogbo on Sunday that the director of DSS in Osun State, Mr. Andrew Arke, organized a peace meeting as a result of the growing tension between the leadership of Afenifere and Fulani headsmen after the recent abduction of the former Minister of Finance, Chief Olufale. The source further indicated that Mr. Arke did not want the situation to degenerate among the two groups in Osun State, hence the peace meeting was necessary. The presidency has reacted to the People's Democratic Party National Secretary Olisa Metu's released statement over the weekend, stating that President Muhammadu Buhari is scaring foreign investors away from the country due to his incessant statements about the economy and corruption. The presidency responded to the allegation through a statement released by the president's spokesman, Mr. Femi Adesina, indicating that for the obtained time, President Buhari will remain true to the virtues of honesty, integrity, sincerity, incorruptibility, and plain speaking. President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled with the family of the late Emir of Bogo, Alhaji Haliru Dantoro Nkitoro III, who passed away on Friday in a German hospital. Alhaji Dantoro, aged 77, was a former minister and a former federal lawmaker. The body of the late Emir was said to have been laid to rest amidst tears at his palace in New Busa Borgo, local government area of Niger State in Nigeria's north-central region. Australia is set to put a stop to the appointment of knights and dames under the honours system. This disclosure was made by the Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull when he said that the titles were not appropriate in modern Australia and that Queen Elizabeth had accepted the Cabinet's recommendation to drop them. The former Prime Minister of Australia, Tony Abbott, reintroduced knighthoods and damehoods in 2014 when he decided to grant Prince Philip a knighthood. Mr. Abbott was ousted as leader of the centre-right Liberal Party by Mr. Turnbull in September. You're still on the news on Pacetv. Coming up next is business. Don't go anywhere. It's good to have you back. Globalcom has been named as Africa's second top most admired brands for the second consecutive year. This award was announced at the 4th annual Brand Africa 100 rankings held recently in Johannesburg, South Africa, where Nigeria dominated the list with a total of 11 brands, while South Africa and Kenya presented 4 top brands each. Despite the fact that Globalcom is the youngest of the top 10, it clinched the second place of the continent's most admired brands, while Dangote Group, the manufacturing conglomerate owned by Alhaji Aliko Dangote, finished in the 3rd place. Zenith Bank, Star Beer and Peak Milk were 3 brands which made the top 10 list, as Tosca, Kenya, Makwano in Uganda, Semo TV in Tanzania, Sasco, South Africa were also in the number. Founder and chairman of the brand Africa, Thebe Ikalayeng, disclosed that the rankings were increasingly significant as they are an important metric of the progress Africa is making in breaking brands and services that respond to African conditions, needs, and ambitions. Still on business, MTN has finally accepted to pay the 1.04 trillion naira fine slammed on it by the Nigeria Communications Commission (NCC) last week. Nigerian Communications Commission's last week fined the telecoms operator for violating its directive on SIM deactivation, which has led to a series of meetings between MTN management team from South Africa and Nigeria with the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. MTN, which has the largest subscriber base in Nigeria, may have agreed to pay the fine so as to sustain its interest in the business of telecoms. It will be recalled that NCC had said that MTN will not escape the fine owing to the extent of its implication to national security. Nigerians have expressed concerns over the bank verification number registration exercise which ended on October the 31st, 2015. The exercise, which commenced on the 14th of February, is designed to stop electronic fraud and financial transaction problems in the banking system. Pacetv.ng's Dominic Agose has the rest of the story.
The deadline for bank verification number BVN registration closed on 31st of October. Nigerians have expressed different opinions about the exercise. While some who spoke with our correspondent in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, described the BVN registration as duplication of efforts of other national data collection agencies, others say the time frame for it is inadequate. A resident of Port Harcourt, Dr. Leza Tobila, said the BVN registration by banks is not ideal as the National Identity Management Commission (NIMC) should be responsible for such exercise.
I'm of the opinion that we should have a well-articulated data bank with the National ID Card Office, where the information about every Nigerian should be found. Because I still doubt whether these banks will still keep these records than suffering Nigerians moving from one bank to the other, spreading, giving this information.
Another resident, Engineer Nnadi Johnson, said the October 31st closing date for the BVN registration is not visible since there are lots of Nigerians who will still need to open bank accounts.
To me, it is not visible. My singular reason is because, as it stands now, so many people have not registered and they will still have access to transacting in different banks. And more people also who have not opened account will want to open. And when they open their accounts, the BVN numbers will be requested. And at that point, they will still have to register for BVN. That is my take on that.
The bank verification number BVN was launched on 14th of February by the Central Bank of Nigeria to stop electronic fraud and financial transaction problems in the banking system. Reports say about 20 million bank customers have registered for the BVN before the initial closing date of July and the extended deadline of 31st of October. But the bank regulators said that there will be no extension in the face for the call for more time. Dominic Agose reporting for Pacetv News.
Lagos State Government on Sunday, the 1st of November 2015, disclosed that 3.5 million residents of Lagos are currently guilty of tax evasion, which is said is in violation of the country's 1999 Constitution and other currently existing legal instruments. This disclosure was made by the chairman of Lagos Internal Revenue Service (LIRS), Mr. Folarin Ogunshonwo, in a statement issued after a meeting in the agency's member of staff. Mr. Ogunshonwo, who also stressed the need to capture more people in the state's tax nest so that its internally generated revenue (IGR) could be used to cushion the effect of the shortfall due to the continual decline in allocations from the federal government and dwindling oil price in the international market. Next is sports. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Nigeria's Golden Eaglets cruised into the FIFA Under-17 World Cup semi-finals after stunning Brazil with 3 goals in first half in 5 minutes. Victor Osimhen with his 8th goal in 5 matches, Kingsley Michael and Udochukwu Anomodu battered Brazil, and the Golden Eaglets played the rest of the game out at a canter to reach the final 4. The Eaglets will lead to Concepcion for Thursday's semi-finals, their 7th in the history of the competition, against the winner of tonight's quarter-final between Ecuador and Mexico. Still on sports, Super Eagles coach Sunday Oliseh has exclusively told Pace Sports that Seattle Sounders forward Obafemi Martins must earn his place in the starting lineup after his recall to the national team. The red-hot Martins, who has scored 15 goals this season in the American Major League Soccer, was handed a shock-up call to Eagles following the Emmanuel Emenike's retirement from the team. Next is entertainment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Nollywood actor David Naji and Kuchi Kuchi singer Jody have finally tied the knot after much denial about their rumored love affair. The duo, who got engaged in September this year, had their traditional wedding in Warri yesterday, October the 31st, 2015. The two stars had a low-profile traditional marriage, which was graced by few of their family members and friends. Popular Nollywood actor Yomi Fash Lanso has just emerged the new cultural ambassador of Olokun Festival 2015. Yomi, who recently lost his mother, was unveiled as the festival's cultural ambassador at an elaborate event which was held at the Sultan Beach in Badagry on Thursday, October the 22nd, 2015. And that has been the news on Pace TV. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Stella Ene Iyang. Have a nice day.